Hey guys, welcome to Face to Face Gaming Podcast, episode number 22. Today is May 25th, and this is going to come out May 30th, 2014. My name is Thompson.
Game to Face Gaming?
Did I fuck it up?
No, you did the first time.
Yeah, I fucked it up the first time, but I got it right the second time. For the record.
That's what editing's for.
Exactly.
Fix it in post. I'm Alex.
I'm Brennan.
Yeah.
Hello.
We're here to talk about video games, as we do.
So, what you been playing?
Starting with me? Well, honestly, not a whole lot.
That seems to be a reoccurring theme, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I've had a busy couple of weeks, but I've been sticking around the usual stuff, playing Hearthstone, playing Dark Souls, but I'm more looking forward to Watch Dogs coming out tomorrow for one, which I have pre-ordered.
And you've pre-ordered and you haven't?
I have not. I'm fairly optimistic about the quality of that game, just based on Ubisoft's track record the past year and a half.
Yeah.
Basically, since everything after Assassin's Creed 3 has been pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, the Rayman games, and most recently, what the fuck did they just put out?
Well, there was Child of Light.
Child of Light, which was not fantastic. I'm considering that to be an anomaly.
An outlier.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed 4, of course. Black Flag. Yeah.
That's a build-up, Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 4 was really good.
Well, apparently it was, but I'm just saying it was all that weight up. Like, oh, right, that one.
Yeah.
This wasn't, a build-up so much as me just being forgetful.
It's okay.
I play a lot of games. They sometimes
They blend together.
Yeah.
a little bit.
But, that last trailer that came out, the all-encompassing one that was like 10 minutes, that actually made me lose hype for the
Really?
game. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it made it look like, well, I don't want to say GTA clone, but
Nah.
GTA clone. It was...
Insofar as it's an urban open world game, and you drive?
And there was just a whole bunch of mini games. It's like, you could do all these things. You can play all these little games. Like, what about the story? What about all this cool action
They
stuff?
haven't done anything about the story. Like, very little. They've released very little about the actual narrative of that game.
I know, and I know it's going to be huge, but it was just like, we can play this little game on your phone. And like, no, I want to, cause mayhem. I want to hack traffic lights. I want to...
Well, but you can hack the traffic lights, and while you're going, you can go, oh, Pong. Boop.
It's like those street lights in Germany, where you do the thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is really cool.
cool.
Although there was one thing that I found really interesting about that was the Dark Souls-esque...
Invasion mechanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Brennan?
I don't know. I like any of that type of multiplayer gameplay. Like just it's sudden.
Well, yeah, it's pseudo single player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, oh shit, things are going on.
Yeah. I like that. That's one of my favorite parts of Dark Souls too. So
Oh, totally.
Oh, somebody's here to try to ruin my day? Well, fuck you.
Well, technically Dark Souls 1. Well, I guess you were in Bell Tower, so that was a common thing for you, but regardless, we talked about that at length.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. As long as you have the option to opt in and out of it. That's about the only thing
Yeah.
I think you can.
Yeah. As do I. I'm pretty sure you can. I think they mentioned that somewhere. It's just, sometimes you don't want to mess around with another human being.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Although, that makes me think, does the game have that terrible, terrible Ubisoft DRM?
What, like Uplay?
Yeah.
Sure. Everything.
Probably, yeah.
All of, if it's a PC release, I don't even know if it happens on consoles, but yeah, if it's a PC release, it has Uplay. It's not terrible, honestly. It's not great. It's annoying to have to go through a secondary service in order to launch a Ubisoft game, but it's fairly unintrusive.
Well, according to their page, I mean, maybe it's not announced or maybe whatever, but according to their Steam page, they do not have it.
No Uplay?
No Uplay. But
I would have to compare that against other Ubisoft Steam pages in order to make sure. They don't usually advertise the fact.
No, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, totally. I'll look at Assassin's Creed.
I know Assassin's Creed definitely had
Ass Creed. Dude, ass.
Black Flag.
Oh, right. Well, fuck whatever. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Okay, they did not mention it, and that game definitely has
Definitely.
it. Okay.
I don't think it's not touted as a feature of the game. It's just touted as the mechanic by which you interact with Ubisoft products.
Actually, I bet I know what it is, because I have an enhanced Steam running at work.
Okay.
So whenever I'm looking at Steam pages, it'll have like the extra details, like this is the pricing in this region, this is the user Metacritic credit. There's a whole bunch of this stuff. It's actually pretty useful.
Fair enough.
Do you own this game? This game is now green. Do you want it? It is blue. You should get it. It's
Yeah, fair enough.
a free web browser thing.
I don't. No, I exclusively use the Steam
Well, I know,
client
but I mean, for something, right? But anyway, whatever.
because I don't access Steam anywhere other than my personal computer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I have the app on my phone.
I do. I
but
bought a couple games on there, but that's
that app is specifically for
Steam
summer
sales?
sales.
Yeah.
And what like, ooh,
summer
it.
sales.
Yeah.
Check in if somebody mentions something cool on Twitter. Putting it on my wish list at work.
Yep.
Stuff like that. It's a half decent app. Actually, the messaging works pretty well too.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually.
I've never tried that. I'll have to message one of you guys.
One day.
Because you don't have a half dozen other means by which you can communicate with us
I can just call you.
on your phone.
Call, text, hangouts, yell loudly into the streets.
Skype.
Skype.
AIM? Does anybody have AIM still?
ICQ, man.
What's your number?
I wonder if there has to be IRC clients for mobile.
Yeah, they're
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have no idea. I've never looked into it, but they have to exist.
Oh, I guarantee you it exists. Why would you have one? Unless
I
you're
don't know,
like
IRC
really
people.
into IRC.
There's plenty of people who are still at IRC. I mean, the Twitch chat is technically an IRC client.
Yeah.
So is the Giant Bomb chat.
Yeah.
Desert Bus runs the IRC channel.
All right, you and your good points.
I'm not saying there's a lot of reasons to, have IRC, but just certain organizations certainly make use of it.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway, so yeah, you've been playing some Hearthstone.
Yes. I said I had a pretty busy week just with I got ball season and volleyball starting up this last couple, so well, got to
In
stay
your
active,
sports.
man. Yeah,
Well,
stay somewhat active.
I guess I'm the one who lifts. So
Yes,
Yeah.
Yet I might weigh less than both of you.
you do.
you do. Well, that's because you're pretty active during your job.
I guess.
Well, technically
I guess.
speaking. There's lots of walking.
You're also
Yeah.
skinny and pale.
Dude, okay. Yeah. I will say, my old buddy Brad, he used to be a manager at Extra Foods, and he was like 130 pounds, and he could bench like 160. Like, just because he would move stock all day and be walking everywhere, back and forth. The guy was lean as fuck.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
So
Brad lean as fuck Kowalski. I don't actually know what his last name is.
Kowalski's always just a good name for like somebody that gets a nickname.
so you've got Hearthstone, more Hearthstone, blah, 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 Hearthstone.
Dark
I watched-
Souls, and
So
I
where
played,
are you in Dark Souls? Because I can always pull 20 minutes out about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You can always do that.
No, the last that fucking fog bullshit pissed me off to no end.
Oh my god,
What,
right?
in the shrouded or just that the three-way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the fog and the invisible assholes.
They're not invisible. They're just
Mostly invisible.
incredibly transparent.
So we were playing at the same spot in the same time, and I don't know, how far ahead? Like maybe 15 minutes ahead of you?
Yeah.
Like, we're playing, we're on Mumble, we're talking, and all of a sudden, I'm like starting to freak the fuck out. And Brandon's like, what is going on? And then I get through. Vina was making fun of me. It was great. And then all of a sudden, I hear screaming on my end.
I ran in circles for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, basically easiest way to get through that area is skirt the edges. Yeah, you'll pull.
Well, that's what I thought was the best idea. I did skirt the edges, and then it didn't work. And then Thompson's like, "There's like a path." What?
There is, but
Yeah,
there's
so
a
I
lot.
followed the path.
There's a lot of loot around the edges.
Oh, but seeing as I already spent the first 20 minutes going in circles around the outside, I already got everything.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, basically the way I found was just you go around the outside, you'll kill probably half of them, and then you just kind of do a grid search pattern back and forth to get the rest of them and the loot.
I'm just trying to not poop my pants.
But you just need something with a really big swing, like a big horizontal swing. So,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had my curved greatsword, and I was just
Yeah.
clearing house. But I mean, it was just like, oh my god, where am I getting hit from?
Actually, the worst thing is when they backstab you.
Oh, god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Like, pants-filling terror.
Anyway, I'm in Bright, whatever.
Like Cove to Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just about at the next that boss soul. So
Okay. So yeah, you're just you've met the spiders,
Yes,
Yeah.
I've met the spiders.
and you've met the people with spiders on them.
Okay, now this is a little spoilers for me, but I don't care.
Have you not been there yet?
No, I stopped after killing...
it's just another enemy type. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not huge.
They have
Yeah.
spiders.
Yeah, I stopped after killing the first boss in that area.
Okay.
The where there's the weird church congregation that you break up.
Yeah, maybe? I don't remember. Whatever. It was the big scorpion lady.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
we're way past that.
Yeah.
Because that's never mind. Okay, yeah, we're way past that.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I still haven't gone back to. I haven't been to the gutter yet.
at all?
Yeah,
No, I went down there. I got the bonfires for
first or second.
which.
Well, there's the first one that you can get to just by dropping off a platform. Then there's the second one, and you have to kind of navigate through the rickety.
No, I found the one where I fell through the floor,
Okay, yeah, that's the first one.
and then I also got the one in the Saints,
Grave of the Saints.
Grave of the Saints. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
but I haven't been back there since the first time I went in there. I got invaded by rat people. I was like, "Fuck this."
Yep,
and
that'll happen.
And then I tried going to the gutter, and I was like, "This is dark and bullshit. I'm leaving."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, the gutter's not that much fun.
No, that's fucking terrifying. I hate that place. It was much better after you lit all the torches.
Yeah, and although at that point you'll, in theory, not need to go back anymore unless you want to go back for Havel's armor.
That's where Havel's armor is.
Yeah, behind the dock door.
Huh.
Yeah.
Noted.
Noted.
Yeah.
Because
Have you finished that game yet?
Nope.
No.
Seriously. How have you not finished
He has
this
two
game?
characters that are probably higher level than our guys.
Put together. Yeah, like,
Well, the one of them's 210-ish. The other one's about 140-ish.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like 130 or something right now.
I'm 120, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Fucking guy.
It gets a lot faster the second time through because you know where you're going.
Well,
Yeah,
that
true.
too. Yeah. But anyway,
So, yeah.
that's enough Dark Souls.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess. And there was a third thing you said? Was there a third thing?
Oh, I played some Dota.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting.
The compendium? Are you
Yeah, well,
interested?
they got the
God,
the championship going on right now.
Yeah, the Invitational.
Yeah.
Because that thing raised like it's not out yet. The compendium
Yeah,
is available.
It's the build up.
Yeah, the Invitational doesn't start until like June 20th or something.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically it raised $24 million already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
go on there and you buy it for like whatever it is, $20 or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you get access to like, you get to see the guys on the team.
Yeah.
When you play, you can collect cards,
Stickers.
stickers, yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, and I think a quarter of that goes to the prize pool, so the prize pool is at like 6 million or something right now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Which I learned an interesting fact that Dota team 5 players.
Yeah.
If the prize payout is the same as the previous invitationals, they get half the pool.
Wow.
So what that means is just right now with about the $6 million payout.
6.7 mil.
Okay. Well, it'll probably be
Oh,
10.
it'll get higher. Yeah.
It'll be 10 or something by the time it the
easily.
invitational kicks off.
Yep.
Basically, where it is right now, any one of those players on the winning team, any single player, will, by winning, become, well, collectively, just any one of them will become the most well-paid esports professional game player in history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should start playing Dota then.
You should come play Dota with me. It's fun.
Considering, strange as it sounds, we're already in, we'd be old as far as
Yeah.
professional players go.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Nobody's. Well, I'm.
I mean,
Yeah.
24 is old in
Yeah.
professional
Fucking
Dota
hell.
players.
God damn it, we're old.
As far as esports go, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm 27.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm older than both of you, so.
You
I'm 27, but his birthday's coming
okay?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. July, motherfucker.
Fair enough.
hmm
Yeah.
Give me presents.
No. I'll buy you something on Steam.
Yay, that's a present.
Nobody bought me anything on Steam. Just putting that out there.
They bought me anything either.
Yeah, I
Haven't
know.
I bought you stuff on Steam?
They bought me shots.
Yeah, they did.
Everybody.
I wasn't there for that though, unfortunately.
It was on a Thursday.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's what you've been playing.
Yep.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing some Transistor, and I've been playing some Wolfenstein.
So, which one would you like to speak about first?
Let's go Wolfenstein because I just finished that playing that.
Yeah.
Like as of 10 minutes ago.
Like as in 5 minutes before we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you two saw a lot of some striking moments, let's say.
Yeah, well, I saw the chapter changes and stuff, like big stuff.
So I think I'm curious to see what because you've seen basically both sides of that game, near as I can tell. I'm in like chapter 3, yes, at this point.
Fairly early, in theory, anyway.
Out of 9, so.
Okay, well, it's still a third.
Yeah, but, it's long enough to have set up the premise about the game. You are BJ Blazkowicz. You have... let me put it this way. Things didn't go quite according to plan insofar as World War II. The Nazis won. They controlled the world. You spent 12 or 14 years in a vegetative state in a Polish mental hospital. And then the Nazis came back, specifically to your hospital, and shut the place down as only Nazis can. Mm-hmm. Which is to say, they...
Shoot everybody.
Yeah, God, this is...
Bad things. Bad things happen.
Well, no, this is specifically kind of what I want to talk about. There's a weird dichotomy in this game where you've got the absurdity of, like a knowing absurdity. Machine Games went out of their way to, portray this as kind of an action flick. Mm-hmm. You are knifing Nazis in the back. There are Nazi robot dogs. There are, giant mechs. It's 1960 and, they are 200 years technologically past where we are now. But contrasted against that is the fact that you've got Nazis doing things that are incredibly...
They're being Nazis?
Well, they're being portrayed in a light that is much closer to what they actually did during World War II than is almost ever portrayed in video games. Not like fascism, like the Nazi symbol, as far as video games go, is usually just a target. It's a way to make it's. Oh, fuck, I don't remember who said this, but fairly recently I heard something that I really agreed with, was that basically Nazis were the last human opponents you could put in a video game that it's impossible to empathize with.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like
They're Nazis, right?
Yeah. I mean, terrorists, as far as human opponents in video games go, Nazis are basically the only ones that you can go as far as you fucking want to portray them as being monsters, and nobody's going to bat an eye.
Yeah.
You can't do that with, say, I don't know, a Call of Duty Middle Eastern country.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But that being said, they are doing things in this game that seem an awful lot like what they did in Poland in 1941.
Jesus.
They go into a mental hospital and they cleanse the place. They just a guy that walks around all the beds with the guy strapped down. They pull the pillow out from underneath their head, put it over their face, and shoot them through it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you saw that. Were you?
Yeah,
I was not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you saw that.
I saw the aftermath.
Yeah. Well, and of course, that's the lead up for this, and then
that's the warm up.
Well, the cathartic moment is that you overpower that Nazi who's been walking around the beds. You knife him. You take his gun, and then you go on a killing spree through that hospital.
Yeah.
Just knifing Nazis left and right, shoot them in the head. You get a double-barreled shotgun, you're blowing limbs off them. So, like I said, it's this really weird, really harsh, really bleak, really kind of almost too real portrayal of Nazi behavior, coupled with an over-the-top power fantasy, power trip kind of gameplay. And I'm not really sure if it's balanced properly, if this is something that's... I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the Nazis are really fucking nasty in this game, like above and beyond the usual Sieg Heil
stuff.
Let's shoot some prisoners of war.
Yeah.
This is straight up ethnic cleansing.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know if I want that.
I don't know if...
I don't know if I can play that.
I don't know. It's
Like, I understand.
It's really harsh, but I mean, I was legitimately debating whether or not I wanted to play this today, just because where I am mentally right now, I don't know if I want to deal with this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I am anyway, just because I wanted something else to talk about on this podcast, so I'm doing it for you folks.
We're doing it for the people.
But yeah, no, it is weird. It's a really good game. Mechanically, it's a really, like, Machine Games makes good shooters.
Yeah.
I believe it's a lot of ex-Starbreeze guys, so a lot of the guys who made the Chronicles of Riddick games.
Yep.
Okay.
Escape from Butcher Bay and something to do with Athena?
Dark Athena.
Dark Athena? That sounds right, yeah.
Something about that.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Anyway, those two
And Vin
games were
Diesel.
really good, and they had great stealth mechanics. It was really fun to skulk around the shadows as Riddick, and with that weird karambit, stabby, curved knife thing, just gut people.
Yeah.
And this game actually not a bad stealth game either, which is fairly fucking rare for first-person shooters.
I've heard that you can easily convert it to a full-blown action game if you wanted to.
Well, actually, that's the really good thing. That's the one thing I've really enjoyed thus far. One of the things I've really enjoyed thus far is that, typically speaking, if you have a good stealth game, it's the failure for stealth is basically a really shitty action game. It's really hard not to want to just reload because the consequence for being spotted or being detected is having to. Metal Gear Solid's fucking
that's
the
a perfect
classic example of this, where it's a fantastic fucking stealth game. You can, the layers upon layers of which you can interact with the environment and enemies in order to, proceed in a stealthy manner is, huge and deep and varied and fantastic. Whereas the ways you can interact with enemies once you've been spotted is a really clunky shooting third-person shooter.
Yeah, well, and that's if you're playing 3 or 4. I mean, think about 1 or 2, and it was like above, and it just like
the
1 especially.
the fixed cam. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 was the guy you're getting shot from off screen. You have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Spray and pray.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
You've got the. It works well in a twin stick shooter, that kind of mechanic where you've got left.
Yeah.
You can move on your left and aim on your right, but that's not a twin stick shooter.
No, not at all. I mean, 4 sort of remedied that
A little bit,
but
I
not
still basically reloaded every time I got spotted in that. I mean, half of that's just the way I play games. Half of that's because I want to go for the Foxhound badge where you get no alerts in a game.
Yeah.
I want to go for the for instance, in Wolfenstein, there's achievement-based perks, basically. So if, you get 5 stealth kills on commanders, you automatically, from that point on, have, another pair of throwing knives.
Okay.
Or something like that. Or, you get 15, silenced headshots from cover. You get your more ammo for your handgun, or increased damage when you're using a silenced pistol.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a good system in that it's completely passive. It's just you achieve X thing. You get 40 dual wield kills, and then you reload faster.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick anything. There's no finagling. You can work towards the things you want to work towards, and you're not being punished by, anything else. But going back to the stealth aspect.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein has the fairly rare feat of being a good stealth game on top of a good action game. So if you get spotted, instead of it devolving into a shitty, clunky slog for 5 minutes until you can get, out of the area and the alert state goes down, what happens is you go from skulking in the shadows to, knifing guys, shooting guys, finding patrol patterns, knifing robo-dogs, because that's a thing you can do in this game, to shit, you fucked up, you get spotted. And then it's just full on crazy because at that point you're running around dual wielding assault rifles, blowing Nazis away. You've got sawed off shotguns. You're blowing limbs off. You're running between cover, taking headshots. It turns into a really good first person shooter. Like it's a Call of Duty-esque first person shooter, but I like those.
Yeah.
I like those. I mean, I don't particularly enjoy where it's gone thematically or the fact that it's more or less stagnated ever since Modern Warfare 2 with like Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Wolfenstein's good. I'm enjoying it. It's a good shooter. It's a good stealth game. It's troublesome in the message and tone. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm willing to find out. But the other thing I've been playing is Transistor, which, some of you may have heard of. Supergiant Games.
Probably most of you.
Bastion,
It's kind of a big
Bastion
deal.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is their, not the sequel, this is their, what the hell is that? Sophomore? Is that the second year of school?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is their sophomore release after Bastion. It is similar in many ways and different in a lot of other ways.
So I honestly haven't really done any research on Transistor.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Everything. Tell me.
Well, I was going to do that anyway, so thanks for
Tell-
interrupting me, you jackass.
You're welcome.
Is there another cool ass narrator?
There is, although it's different in that the narrator is an active participant now rather than kind of...
A disembodied voice.
Well, he was a character in Bastion, but he remained kind of aloof. He was, embodied in the guy who's hung back at the shit, I don't remember what the fuck that place was called. Anyway, your hub in Bastion. Whereas the
I thought it
narrator...
was just called the Bastion.
That's actually entirely possible.
Yeah. Anyway.
Whereas in Transistor, the narrator, the voice of the game is actually if you've seen any of the artwork, it is the sword, the PCB kind of board / sword thing that Red carries. Because interestingly enough, like Bastion, you are a silent protagonist. It's actually giving a reason in world for this in this case, in that basically your voice has been taken, and among other things, that pissed you off.
Yeah.
So
As
that's
it would.
one of the reasons you're running around.
As you do.
But what it also allows is that the sword, who I'm not going to ruin any of the story because it is actually fairly... I'm enjoying the narrative quite a lot. But basically the sword is, let's say, intimately connected with you, I guess. It's probably not too much of a spoiler.
Okay.
So it allows a real degree of familiarity.
You can do it, I believe.
Familiarity between Red and the sword. There has to be a name for that sword. I don't know what it is.
Sword.
No, function, no, I don't know. It was a programming term that I don't remember
Oh.
because I'm not a programmer. Anyway,
C-DOS. C-DOS run. Run,
No.
DOS run.
It's you.
I know you hate me so much.
there are a few moments where Red actually, basically there are computer terminals where it's kind of this weird meta-net message board system that is pervasive throughout Cloudbank, the city you're running through. So she basically at times will leave comments in regards to like news posts and other things, and other times she actually uses that as a means to communicate with the sword.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because it's you read the text that she types out and then you audibly hear his response, which it's neat. It's not a lot of times that you're the one typing and they're the one speaking.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. So it also looks beautiful because, hey, Supergiant Games, Bastion, Transistor, they got
really
a pretty good.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah, they've got good art directors.
Yes, they do.
I don't remember her name, but the lady who did, I think most, if not all, of the art for Bastion is not a trained artist, which is hilarious and kind of depressing.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's depressing for the simple fact that the breathtaking just use of color and just God, that fucking game is beautiful, and so is this. And the music's fantastic. It's by the same guy who did Bastion, Daryl Corp, I want to say.
I don't know. All I know is that I just recently bought the soundtrack to Bastion.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Have you heard it at least?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
All the way through. Well, I mean, I beat Bastion.
I'm just saying,
It's amazing.
yeah.
It's really good music. Really good.
I bought the announcer pack for Dota.
Also really good.
That's awesome.
Logan Cunningham has an amazing voice.
It really does.
And he's talking about triple kills and smashing towers.
Yeah.
It adds so much.
Also, electronic sports.
Digital sports.
Yeah,
which
digital
is,
sports.
Which
Sorry,
is the
I
other
fucked that up.
announcer. Yeah, you did. Which is the other announcer pack that you can get, which is the
I
Stanley
actually haven't
Parable
heard
Narrow.
any of that.
I listened to
I
the
haven't. No,
entire
I
thing.
haven't listened to Stanley Parable one.
Yeah,
I listened.
I
to
love
the
Stanley
entire
Parable.
Thing. It was
I
like 44 minutes.
Jesus.
Every single soundbite. I listened to it all.
Wow.
And it was worth it. It was totally worth it.
Yeah, Dota, good game. If nothing else, deep game. Anyway, Transistor. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It is not Bastion 2.0. It is not just a reskinned Bastion. There are definitely similarities in play, but they've gone to great lengths to just change it up how the combat works. It's a much slower game. Is maybe. It's true to a degree, but it kind of gives the sense that, that's bad. It's not bad. It's actually a much deeper turn-based game, effectively, whereas Bastion was...
Action slashy.
Yeah, much hack and slash, action hack.
Yes, those. All of them. At once.
Yeah. Whereas this is that, but in a Fallout-esque VATS system, I suppose.
Huh.
You can pause time and queue up actions.
Okay.
Admittedly in Fallout, you could pause time and queue up where you wanted to shoot the bug in the face, take out them antennas so it goes nuts and, kills that super mutant that's also fighting you. I don't know. That's Fallout. That's what I did in Fallout, by the way.
That was, that VAT system was always my favorite part of that game because I first met whatever that asshole was that wanted to blow up Megaton. Not the guy in the tower, but the guy that was in the bar and he suggested blowing it up. And I was like, no, I don't.
The guy in the tower.
No, well, there was the guy in the tower, but there was the other guy. The guy with the...
that guy goes back to the tower after.
Okay. He didn't go back to the tower in my world.
Okay, sorry.
He stood up and he said, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, I don't like you. So I shot him in the face. His head exploded and went all over the walls. And somebody said, good riddance. And then my karma went up. And I was like, yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I feel bad for whoever has to clean that up. But it was a mess.
That place was pretty messy already.
Yeah, true. But anyway...
Yeah, it's similar to the VATS system. Basically, what you can do is you can pull the right trigger, because I highly recommend you play this with a controller. You can play it with a keyboard, but...
Why would you?
Yeah. You pull the right trigger, and that basically freezes time, brings up this nice kind of digital overlay on top of everything, much like how VATS, made the world... It kind of highlighted the enemy and the body parts you can maul and mutilate on them.
Yep.
This freezes the world, brings up a digital overlay over the map or the game world, and kind of lets you. You have AP effectively. You have a limited amount of actions possible just based on a bar up top. So moving. Will gradually decrease it depending on how far you move. Different abilities use different amounts of that bar. So it's a matter of queuing up movements and actions to maximize, damage and safety. There's combos you can do with the different actions, like Crash and Spark are the two first abilities you get. And if you crash something, it is then vulnerable and takes additional damage for a few seconds. So if you crash then Spark, it's I don't remember. It doesn't actually have a combo name, but it just says combo.
That's awesome.
Well, no, it gives you, it visually cues up the actions you've done. So among other things, it will say, crash, vulnerable, and then if you hit them with the spark afterwards, it says spark in parentheses combo plus in additional damage or something. So it gives you an indicator of the different effects and the different ways abilities are interacting with each other.
Yeah,
which is really fun because you get I don't know, I'm upwards of 12 different abilities right now, and it's a crazy deep system because there's active abilities, there's secondary traits you can apply to those abilities, and then there's passive abilities. And these are all tied into the exact same functions. Abilities in Transistor are called functions, because it's
Very, very program.
up. Yeah, and that's actually reflected heavily in the environment as well, which I'll probably get into later. But the ability system is crazy deep because, just for instance, I will take 3 different examples. You've got Crash, you've got Jaunt, and you've got basically an ability that splits. It splits up into multiple. You shoot out multiple little homing darts.
Okay.
Yeah, they bounce between enemies.
We call it homies.
Yeah, homies. Crash, when it's put into an active slot, is an attack that does a mild amount of damage and increases their vulnerability for a certain amount of time. Whereas if you put it in a passive slot onto something like homies, let's say, what that does is give homies the effect of, to a lesser degree, rendering enemies vulnerable, and in a lot of different abilities, it will like immobilize them or stun them, depending on. Whereas if you put Crash in a passive slot, it gives you a 25% damage reduction bonus and immunity to immobilizes and slows and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it really is. Whereas, say, Jaunt is in an active slot, a teleport. You just
You jaunt.
you bamf, you bump, blink. No, fucking Nightcrawler. It's bamf, right? Yeah, it's bamf. Sorry, my nerd.
Nightcrawler?
X-Men. Bamf. Nobody?
Like
Badass motherfucker?
No,
like the city?
Nightcrawler, the X-Men. The noise.
I don't know.
He
comic
poofs.
books.
He poofs. Yeah,
Yes,
poofs.
He poofs.
he
but,
was also in the second movie.
Yeah, but
Yes,
when I
yeah.
think of Banff, I think of like mountains and trees and snowboarding.
That's BANFF.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Banff.
Whereas this is BAMPH.
You're talking to a wall here. I don't fucking know. Not a clue.
Basically, in the comic books, when Nightcrawler teleports or translocates between places, the way they represent the noise that makes is bam.
That was the most
Just saying.
laborious explanation for like no gain.
No. Jaunt is also a teleporter translocation.
Makes you Banff.
Yes. Fuck, I hate this. So yeah, if it's in an active slot, it does that. If it's a dash, it's a bamf, it's a teleport. I don't really care what you fucking call it.
Okay.
Whereas if you put it in a passive slot, it speeds up basically it speeds up the animation for an ability.
Okay.
If you use it outside of bullet time,
Yeah.
let's call it.
All right. Bullet
and-
bats.
Yeah, bullet vats. And if you put it in a passive slot, your bar refills like 125% faster.
Okay. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really liking
Basically,
this system.
yeah, you've got crazy depth. I haven't done the math, but basically, you've got 4 active slots, 2 passive slots, and each of those active slots have 2 trait slots. So I think you maybe end up with 16 plus abilities. So if somebody wants to crunch the numbers, and,
No.
yeah, it's probably out there, but you're looking upwards of hundreds of combinations, thousands of combinations. I don't know. I'm bad at math.
That sounds like hundreds. No, we're not going to math it here. Brennan, stop
yeah.
mathing. Brennan?
Just math quietly. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I need a calculator.
Yeah,
I'm not going to math
You
it.
just do the little, you'd go 16 exclamation mark and it'd tell you.
yeah. I don't have a scientific calculator handy.
I don't math.
Yeah, I don't math either.
I sit at work and break things. That's what I do.
I don't even do that. Although I do break things at work occasionally. Then I have to clean them up. It's annoying.
I don't. I get other people to clean it up for me and be like, hi, it's your bug.
Anyway, yeah. Crazy complex, in-depth. It's not complicated. It's not hard to pull out. It's not hard to understand. But there's so many choices.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. And it's, you gradually unlock more and more. You gain the ability to have more slots open. You don't start with all these slots available to you. I don't have everything unlocked yet. It's just, and there's XP, which is something that I don't think they advertised at all prior to the release of this game. Basically, it's just another way for them to introduce new functions. So you gain a level, you get a choice between, you know, 2 functions. You can choose whether or not you want to get more memory slots, which each function has a different value. So if you've got, you know, 12 memory slots that you fill up with functions of different values. So
Okay.
yeah,
So this function might cost 3. This function might cost
only 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also I think they were called modifiers. Basically, like the combat. I assume you play Bastion, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, you definitely play Bastion. You know the arena?
Yes.
How you could put modifiers in to make it harder?
Yep.
You can do that at any time in the main game.
Awesome.
Yeah. And what that ends up doing is basically giving you a small percentage to your XP. So, you know, having a modifier that when you kill enemies, they will drop little egg spawn things that if you don't collect them in time, you know, like 9 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever, they will respawn as that original enemy at full health.
Nice.
So one of the modifiers is those things have a shield now. So you need to hit them before you can grab them, which is, you know, not always easy when things are trying to kill you. There's another one that just decreases the amount of memory slots you have available to you. So it limits the amount of functions you can use.
So does that change per level? Or is it just something you can put in?
No, basically, you've got access points, whereas just they're scattered around the map or the world that you access, and that's where you can swap out different functions. You can mess around with how your build is, and simultaneously in there, that's where you pull left trigger and you pull up the modifier window.
Okay.
So you can. There's no. Near as I can tell, there's no limit to how many you can have available. I've got 4 right now. They've given me 4. Basically, one that gives the eggs a shield, one that decreases, basically doubles the amount of damage enemies do.
Nice.
Shit like that. So it's basically just a way to make the game harder for yourself with a slight reward. Because if I put all of mine on, I'm getting an extra 10% XP, which isn't a lot, but, you know, it adds up, I guess.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Yeah. Narratively, the game's doing something similar to Bastion and something not. There's a lot more exposition, narrative. There's a lot more storytelling. Yeah, that's a good word for it. There's a lot more storytelling outside of just what the narrator's telling you. Whereas in Bastion, that was, I want to say, almost exclusively the only way you kind of learned how.
Which is not a bad thing.
No. It was fantastic in Bastion.
Oh, it's
Bastion,
amazing.
I mean, Bastion has probably the best like narrator narrative in the past
While.
longer than I can remember. I mean,
Yeah.
Stanley Parable is
Oh, yeah.
up there, but not as good.
Well, it was good, but I mean, it's
also
amazing.
much different.
But yeah, it's different. That's the thing. I think they can stand side by side because Sebastian narrator, I mean, that silky smooth voice just brought you in and was like, I am now
And the way it
totally invested in this.
And the way it just reacted it reacted to your actions in the world. Yeah. It reacted if you were using different weapon combinations. If you were running around like with a machete and a mortar, he would comment differently than if you were, using the shotgun and a hammer.
I want to play this game again.
You should play Transistor first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do that in the next coming weeks.
Okay.
Maybe I'll write a thing about it.
Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's always been a lot of games coming out.
No, it was really slow at the start of the year.
I don't know. For me, it's been running through lots of stuff, but
Oh, it felt like a couple months around March, April.
March, April was pretty dead.
Yeah.
There was no big titles coming out. There was some cool indie stuff here and there, but not like...
Even that was.
yeah, I guess.
There's.
It felt insane.
Oh,
My
yeah.
queue was massive.
Oh, yeah. It's just getting worse right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Transistors.
Good.
It's really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I don't know. What do you got, Thompson? What you been playing?
Well,
Sorry, we're at 45 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Have I just talked for like half an hour?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you did that.
I do that sometimes, I guess.
You do that often.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
No,
Stop saying things so eloquently, you asshole.
Damn you and your
It's
long
not,
words.
It's not eloquence. It's just quantity.
You gotta stop. You gotta start speaking in very short, punctuated words. Just boom, boom, boom. Describe.
Game,
out,
good, fancy, colorful.
I am a
Functions.
pedant. It's come up in many different, it's come up in a couple different, I don't know, things in my life right now. But yeah, totally, I'm a pedant.
That's okay. We still love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's really two main games aside from Dark Souls and whatever that
Yep.
I've been playing lately. The first is Battle Block Theater, which finally came out to PC.
Yeah. When the fuck did that come out to Xbox Live?
Like, I want to say July last year.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that like 2 PAXs ago.
Yeah, like it's been out a long ass time. I know the first time I played it was at RTX last year,
Yeah.
and that was in July. And I know the game had already been out for at least a couple months. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. So it's
not that we consider ourselves maybe we're just spoiled as PC gamers. We expect everything to come out, day and date with the console.
right now.
Now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I mean, the point is, it's out now. It's still as fun as it was before. And started playing that live streams.
Yeah, I don't know. We played this last weekend. We played some games. We wanted to live stream those games, but man,
Yes.
technical difficulties up the wazoo.
Yes.
We're probably going to try again next weekend, maybe.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay. Yeah.
Which will be shortly after this podcast.
Actually, yeah. So hey, tune in tomorrow or the day after.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. We'll let you know. Anyway, yeah, we played some Battle Block Theater last weekend,
Yeah.
and I had mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you like about it?
Well, I like
Because obviously you're wrong, but what do you like about it?
I like the chaos. I mean, I like how just shit is always happening on screen. I think the problems that you guys had in particular were, well, not you weren't there, but it was, there's a delay between action and actual event. So when you
Well, yeah, button press and action completion.
yeah, so that, I mean, that's a problem, but and especially when you're used to such a fine-tuned platformer, but I find that in multiplayer specifically that it just adds to the frenetic chaos. I mean,
It definitely adds to the chaos, but I didn't feel like in a good way.
well, I know that when we were playing multiplayer on the live stream, it worked quite well just because we were yelling the entire time. Mike was on a goddamn keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in rough shape.
Oh god, it was beautiful. Like you could hear in the background just smashing on the keyboard, trying to figure out the buttons. Like it was beautiful. It was amazing. But and I've read a couple of reviews, and the one on Rock Paper Shotgun really nails it on the head. The co-op, like single player and or co-op experience, is where the game is at because you get the most narrative. Like the narrative experience is great because the narrator is fucking hilarious. You're not, out to kill each other, but you can, which adds for a lot of fun. And there's a lot more of a rewarding experience, whereas in multiplayer, there's just a lot of chaos. And if you don't know what's going on, it may not necessarily be fun.
Yeah, well, jumping straight into the multiplayer probably was a bad introduction to it.
I think so. 'Cause you never played it before.
Nope. It's basically just, at first blush, the kind of the lack of responsiveness in the player movement was really frustrating, just because it's weirdly floaty and weirdly like laggy.
Yeah.
Which was just annoying when people were punching you in the face.
Yeah, I guess when you're trying to learn it and you're getting blown up by frogs with canes and nice little top hats.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Yeah, fuck you.
That was my first time playing it. He's running around with frogs. I'm tossing mines at people and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Well, you were kicking ass.
I was.
To be fair.
I was really good at that game.
You were really good.
Slamming mad b-balls.
Yeah.
Outside of the school. Mm-hmm. And then a couple of guys, they were up to no good.
Yeah, they started making trouble.
It was bound to happen one day,
fight. But your mom got scared.
I can recite that whole goddamn song.
And we're not going to.
We'll do it at the end.
I'll cut you off.
We'll do it at the end. We will sign off, and then we will do the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fucking guys. But anyway, I mean, I love the aesthetic of the game. I love.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I love. Well, I mean, it's the behemoth. They do.
That is their art style.
They do weird cartoony
Castle
stuff. Castle
Crash-
Crashers,
Castle
Alien Hominid,
Crashers.
Castle Crashers,
Crashel Casters.
something like that.
I'm
Alien Hominid. That was their first game.
hominid.
Yeah, that was fun. That was also very gruesome. But I mean, that's what they do. They do
We
cartoony
need to play
violence.
Gang Beasts. Like we should.
I
really-
have Gang Beasts
yeah,
on my
why
other
the
computer.
fuck haven't we?
We need to play Gang Beasts, dude.
Because yeah, that is kind of what I wanted the multiplayer in Battle Block Theater to be.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, totally. Like, okay, so Gang Beasts is a little multiplayer game made by Bone Loaf, and it's still like early alpha. But as it stands right now, I mean, you just go around and beat the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, you punch people, you grab people.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's the appeal. You just go around beating the shit out of everyone.
Crazy drunk babies.
Yeah, it's like
I am so lost.
it's like
We
dumb-
will show you this game
Oh god,
afterwards.
it's good. It's silly, ridiculous, and a lot of fun. But yeah, we need to live stream that game.
Yeah.
For sure. That's a good couch multiplayer. Giant Bomb did it for
Well, a couple different times, yeah.
Yeah.
They've done it on Unprofessional Fridays, and they've done it by itself, I think.
I think so.
I've definitely seen them play it at least twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy fun.
Yeah, it was funny. I was actually like trying to figure out by myself and playing against AI because they have an AI fight mode.
Yeah.
Where it's just like a bunch of guys against you and your team.
Yeah, that's fairly new, actually.
Yeah, in 003. But I went into the what do they call it? The ring. You know, like the boxing
Yeah,
ring.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm just like in the ring by myself. I'm just wandering around, and then I managed to jump over the
Ding,
ropes.
ding, ding.
Yeah, I'm like, oh well, that happened. But yeah, Gang Beasts is fun. It's been a while since I played it, and I still haven't done we haven't done a video on it. We haven't done a live stream. We should.
Actually, I fear we are actually slowly losing ground to the amount of shit that's coming out, to the amount
totally.
of shit we want to cover.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, we still haven't covered Cosmic DJ. We still haven't covered the Capsule Force. We haven't done... I mean, we should do Transistor. We should do...
yeah.
We've got at least 6 weeks worth of shit we need to do right now.
Easily.
And it's only growing.
Oh, easily. Well, I mean, I've known about Gang Beasts for months and months now.
It's honestly kind of something it's really fun where it is right now, but I kind of want to see where the fuck it's going.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely. I think it'd be even more fun in the future.
I just judging about what's the progression thus far, yeah, probably.
Exactly.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I've been trying to get 2 trial runs every week so that we can, get through this queue because it's not getting any shorter.
No, it's not. Because, I mean, just Watch Dogs is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfenstein just came out.
How much time have you put into Dark Souls 2? Hours.
160, 180?
My point proven.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in the day.
No. And that's why I haven't played that game in probably about 5 days a week.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah. Actually, can we just quickly...
but you want me to check?
Well, just go to the Steam new releases.
Steam new releases.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not it. I want to go there.
Oh, yeah, Always Sometimes Monsters coming out real soon.
Yeah, it's already out.
What fucking day is it?
It's Sunday. It came out Wednesday.
Shit!
What the fuck, man?
Transistor came out, basically.
Transistor came out Tuesday. Always Sometimes Monsters come out Wednesday.
I know!
Okay, you know what? Fuck all this. I'm cutting to this. Always Sometimes Monsters came out on Wednesday, and we had Always Sometimes Monsters party at Berkeley and Andrew's place.
Fuck! Why didn't nobody like me?
Because you're working.
Yes, I would have called in sick.
I'm sorry.
Did you make them buy heroin? You sadistic piece of shit.
For the record, I did not make anyone. We did a voting system, and what we did was we'd do like the Rome, thumbs up, thumbs down thing, and it would be like select up, select down, and we spoke all the lines of dialogue.
Oh.
So like,
Oh man, that sounds amazing.
it was a lot of fun. And yeah, so like there was 5 of us, and it was hilarious. It was great. Like trying to like figure out like who's going to decide on what. And like whenever it came to like some like black and white moral high ground, it would always be white. But when it came to like the heroine,
There's a lot of gray areas in that.
there's a shit ton of gray areas in that game. But yeah, it was just hilarious. whenever it was unanimous, we'd all yell unanimous decision, and then if we got an item, we'd all say like we got this, and it'd like be this super happy tone, like we got the credit card or whatever, and just like
We gave our best friend heroin.
yay! So yeah, it was it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I've been playing it for a while now.
Son of a bitch. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I put that down. We got early access to it because Vagabond Dogs is fucking awesome.
Yes, they are. I love you.
But I put it down and didn't touch it just because I wanted to wait for until it was fully out before I kind of started playing it. I wanted to have all of it.
Well, technically you did.
I don't know if that was...
I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's been patched at least once.
Yeah, very small patches.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. I wanted to have the retail... That's a
Experience.
shitty word to use. I wanted to have the full experience.
No, fair enough.
I mean, I didn't want to have a slightly subpar experience slightly sooner.
Which, I mean, slightly subpar for Always Sometimes Monsters is still, like,
Fucking
better
amazing.
than most
Yeah.
AAAs. Like, that game is fucking awesome.
I don't think I've AAA games that have done a better narrative lately.
I can't think of any. God, no. Hell no.
Nope. I mean, it's kind of up there with Gone Home with Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which you still haven't played.
one day. One day. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's a fantastic game, and I've totally changed track of where things are going. I'm not going to go into any of the story, but I will say that I'm in the next town, and things are about to go not necessarily pear-shaped, but they're going to go interesting.
They're probably going to go pear-shaped knowing that game.
Yeah, because I pretty much have to pick sides, and
Oh, shit.
yeah, and which side is going to be the successful side, I don't know, and I'm kind of hesitant, because I know the one side is full of douchebaggery, and the other side is trying to fight for people's rights, so obviously I'm going to go
Party.
for
Fight for people's rights.
Is
to the
this... is this tied into the packs?
demo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The demo was exactly this part, except
Okay.
just after that. So it's related to that.
Okay.
Because I can't really talk about it because if
I know.
I speak anything, it's going to ruin it. But I will say that there is an event that's going to come up, and I have to make a choice. And I'm obviously going to make the one choice, which those of you who have played it to this part will probably have a pretty good idea of what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
how I'm going to make that choice,
That
I'm not really
might
sure.
be the morally correct choice, but it might not be the choice that
Gets me there.
or that has any fucking chance of succeeding.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's been an interesting few days playing that game.
I play that game in like 20-minute or 40-minute bursts.
I don't know. I
don't-
sat down for a while, at least an hour each time.
Yeah.
At least.
Like, yeah, an hour.
But it's
I think
so
is about
heavy.
as long. Yeah, that's just it.
It's a heavy game.
It's crazy intense.
Oh man. God, I love that game. It's so good. Brendan, you need to play it.
I don't know if that's the kind of game you like.
Dude, we've been over this. It's not the game that I would typically like, and I fucking love it.
Well, I know, but even just between us, none of us are. We all have, as far as Venn diagrams go, there's overlap, but we are all kind of fairly widely in within our own spheres.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'd want. I don't know. Would you be interested in a heavily narrative and choice based game that has zero action?
Yeah. I'm not into adventure games. So.
I mean, this is pseudo RPG ish.
Oh, it's totally RPG-ish.
Like pseudo Final Fantasy
He's
RPG ish.
just giving me a look like, if you don't play this.
I'll fucking
gonna-
I don't know.
cut you.
How's this? I'll play it and you can come watch and see what you think.
Actually, that is totally a good way to
Yeah.
do it, because Afina's been watching me play. And, like, it's just narrative on the screen. I'm just hoping I'm not clicking it too fast. That
Actually, shit. Way back when. This is fucking. I don't remember how the fuck long ago. Remember Heavy Rain?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Heavy Rain.
X to Jason.
What?
Oh, X to Jason.
No.
I thought. Yeah, sorry. That I thought you were referring to somebody.
Man, all I
Yeah.
all I can think about from
Jason.
that game.
Jason. God, I love that video.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, when Heavy Rain came out, fucking, 3 or 4 years ago, whatever the fuck that was, on that couch over there,
Yeah. The three of us
yeah.
played, and me and Drader watched.
Drader, I played, you watched, and Drader watched, and we all pitched in on decision points and, made fun of David Cage's writing abilities.
Hey, baby, sweet cakes, you got it going on. That's the only part of that fucking game I really remember.
I've never played it, so that's just
Anyway, basically, Heavy Rain has a great many similarities to Always Sometimes Monsters.
except
Always Sometimes Monsters is a much better game. It's a much better written game.
which is the key.
Yeah. But I totally think that maybe we should play that on the couch.
You should.
Yeah, with Drader and you and me.
You
I think
absolutely
that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And this time, maybe not sell your friend heroin.
I don't know. Is the character going to be called Brennan?
Maybe.
I'm not selling anyone heroin.
And on that bombshell,
I feel bad enough selling it in real life. I don't need to do it in a game.
for the
be
record, he does not sell heroin
No.
Well,
today.
he only sells it to, friends and family.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Local.
Friend him on Facebook. Yeah. All right, we're up for time. So this has been Face to Face Game Podcast number 22.
I hope you liked it, folks. If you don't, let us know why not.
Yeah, actually, seriously, comments and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. And if you stick around, you'll probably, you'll hear the Freshman's Bel Air theme. But until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, laxing, relaxing, all cool. And I was shooting some b-ball outside of school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight and my mom got scared. Said, I'm moving with Dad, you're not going to Bel Air.
You guys are nerds.
How does that make us nerds?
No, what we are is, we grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
With, in my case, basic television, so.
First Person Bel Air was an awesome show.
It really was.
Oh, you guys.
I didn't even get to the part where he whistles for a cab, and then it came near, and license plate said fresh and had a Dyson mirror.
Fucking hell.
All right, goodbye, folks.
Bye.
Goddamn.